All right, I think our 1 minute has elapsed. I think we should start in the interest of time. So hello and welcome to everybody. Thank you for joining us for the Standard Chartered Women in Tech Incubator Program info session. I know that's a mouthful, but hopefully things will clear up as we go along. I would like to thank you again, once again, for joining us, for making time to attend this program. My name is Radia Mutonga, and I am a Learning and Development Coordinator at Bongo Hive. I will be your moderator for this afternoon. Thank you once again for joining us. So just a few housekeeping rules. Actually, I should share my screen at this point. Just a few housekeeping rules this afternoon. Sorry, I seem to be having a technical glitch. So as I fix that, I'll just go through the housekeeping rules. If you're joining us, for those of us that are joining us on Zoom, kindly keep all your mics off throughout the duration of the session, right? This is just to avoid any background noise so that we're able to hear what all the speakers have to say this afternoon. There will be time for Q&A, and at that point, you are free to unmute your mic if you have something to say. So meanwhile, if you have questions, comments, and contributions, please feel free to share them using the chat function, right? Please feel free to share them using the chat function. For those of us that are joining us live on Facebook, please share your questions, comments, contributions, anything that you would like to say in the comment section, and we'll be sure to address those, right? I encourage you to ask questions. Don't wait for the Q&A session. I encourage you to ask questions as we go along. If you hear something resonates with you, just share it with us really quickly in the chat, and we'll be sure to get to you. Okay, I started sharing my screen a little late. So just an overview of what you can expect today. I have, of course, gone through the welcome. We have two keynote speakers today that will be talking about different things, but all in relation to the program. And then we'll go into an in-depth discussion of what you can expect, right? What you can expect. What is this Women in Technology Incubator Program? What can you expect? What are the timelines? All those questions that you may have will be addressed in the about of the program. Then we'll go into our Q&A session, and we'll wrap up. So we should be done around 3:30 or thereabout. Hopefully by the time this is all done, all the questions that we have or have been having about this program would have been addressed. All right, so without taking much of your time, we already started a little late. I'd like to introduce our first speaker, right? I would like to introduce our first speaker. This is somebody that has been instrumental or was instrumental in putting together the proposal that finally or that eventually led to Bongo Hive being the implementing partner of the Women in Tech Incubator Program. She'll also be leading the team that will be responsible for making sure, leading the team at Bongo Hive that will be responsible for making sure this program is a success. So please join me in welcoming Momo Muwila, our project leads here at Bongo Hive. Welcome, Momo.
Thank you so much, Radia, for that introduction.
Thank you for joining us, Momo. So if, Momo, could you kindly give us a brief background on what Bongo Hive does? I'm sure if there are some people that have joined this session that have heard about Bongo Hive for the first time. So what does Bongo Hive do? Why and how is Bongo Hive involved in this Women in Tech program? And maybe also highlight why you think it's really important for women to leverage technology in advancing their business or to grow their business.
Okay, thank you for that. So Bongo Hive works with great minds, building viable solutions that change the world. And the way we do this is by providing a range of startup programs for that guide startups through their entrepreneurial journey from idea phase until investment stage. In the past few years, we've worked with about 23 partners and supported over 1,300 enterprises in 4 countries, and we've hosted over 450 events that were attended by about 8,500 people. Bongo Hive strongly believes in female participation in the entrepreneurship ecosystem, and this is evidenced by the male to female ratio of the male to female employee ratio at Bongo Hive, which is about almost 50-50. And we've also the number of businesses that we have, the number of female-led businesses that we've supported. Early last year, that was about 53% of the businesses that we supported were female-led. And this number keeps on growing year on year. In addition, there is an increase in the trend of internet and cellular penetration across the world, but more specifically in Africa and in Zambia. And this promises new opportunities for business, for creating new businesses, but also for existing businesses to leverage technology to catalyze the growth of their businesses. In order to design this program, we recently had an insight formation meeting with key experts in the ecosystem. And the main barriers that came up for women entrepreneurs in leveraging technology in their businesses were lack of knowledge on how to use technology in their businesses, lack of skills, mentorships, role models, and funding. This is just some of the main points that came up. But also something that was a little less tangible was how women perceive technology as either being too difficult to implement within their businesses, or complicated, or really just intimidating for them. So Bongo Hive is more than happy to implement the Standard Chartered Women in Technology program on behalf of Standard Chartered to help women break through these barriers by providing them with the necessary support to not only understand how they can benefit from technology, but also to help them through the digital adoption and transformation process within their businesses. So we're excited to see the variety of businesses and women that will be successful in the application process. But most importantly, we're excited to work with them and to see their growth and transformation throughout the program. Beyond this, we are hoping that this program will create a ripple effect that will see more women getting into becoming entrepreneurs, becoming business owners, and also just embracing technology to grow their businesses, not only in Lusaka, but in other parts of Zambia as well. And personally, I'm anticipating more women being motivated and inspired to not only start new businesses, but to take a step further and leverage the power of technology to grow their businesses. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Momo. For those of us that maybe just joined the session just to see what it's about, I hope we're already getting inspired to find out what this program is about and how you can incorporate it in your businesses. All right, like I mentioned, we have 2 keynote speakers talking about different things. Momo will be back a little later on just to give you an overview of what you can expect should you be accepted to be part of this program. Right, so I'm going to go straight into introducing our next speaker, who was, our next speaker was or is a powerful driving force that made sure that this program was a reality in Zambia. Right, so I say a reality in Zambia because this program has happened or has been happening in different parts of the world, and she will speak on that. This is somebody that manages all the community and sustainability programs in Standard Chartered Bank. I would like to welcome Kiembe Kialusanza Piri, who is the Corporate Affairs Manager for Standard Chartered. Welcome, Kiembe. You're on mute, Kiembe.
There we go. Okay, can you hear me good?
Yes,
All right. Fantastic. Obviously, it's always a great opportunity to speak about what the bank is doing. I will introduce myself all over again. So my name is Kiembekia Lusanza Piri, and I am the Corporate Affairs Manager for Standard Chartered Bank. What I do for the bank is obviously look after sustainability and community engagement programs, of which one of them is Women in Tech. So Women in Tech falls under our Future Makers program. It's a global initiative that the bank has to tackle inequality by promoting greater economic inclusion. And obviously this happens through many different ways and many different initiatives that we've run across the world, across the group, and across the country. So for Zambia, or maybe let me break down Future Makers a little bit more. So it has three pillars. We have the education front, of which we already have a program called GO. GO pretty much focuses on equipping young girls with life skills through sport. And then we have the education pillar, which we just recently launched in Zambia, that is Youth to Work, where we are empowering young people with the necessary industry skills for them to basically be employed. It's a program that's going to run for a year as well, just like Future Makers, and the bank is supporting that with another partner. And then it brought us back to the last pillar of Future Makers, which is entrepreneurship, and obviously the pillar that we thought on how best we would implement this pillar in Zambia, obviously was through Women in Tech. Now, Women in Tech has been launched. The program has been launched in different parts of the world. Obviously, Standard Chartered Bank is in over 60 markets globally, and Zambia is one of them. We had its initiation happening in the USA, but very quickly moved and has been pioneered really quite widely in Africa, to be honest. We've got a Kenya cohort. Kenya is actually running its fourth cohort, and I'm hoping I can be saying about Zambia in a few years' time. So there's Kenya, there's Pakistan, there's Nigeria, UAE, and Bahrain as the places where we have launched this program. And so Zambia happens to be the first in Southern Africa that is going to be running Women in Tech, and it's pretty much a flagship for Southern Africa. And we're very excited about that, I guess, to be leading the way. So Women in Tech really is meant to provide mentorship and access to finance. I think from the session we had prior to this one, it was one of the things that did come up to say, these are the barriers or challenges that women face: mentorship, access to finance. I won't go into the detail of the program because I think Malmo will do that, and I don't want to take all of that away. Obviously, as Standard Chartered, for us to implement this type of program, we've had to partner with the experts in the industry. Whilst we want to support this community activity or this us empowering Zambians, we may not be the best at it in the actual physical sense. You know, we may provide the support in a different way. And we thought the best partner for this obviously would be Bongo Hive. They have the experience, they have the right team on board. And I think they do have the energy that we need this type of program to have. Studies have shown, actually, the international growth study was done in Zambia in 2018, and it shows actually there is a gender gap in entrepreneurship for women in Zambia. A huge feminist core, it isn't, but I think what we want to do is to bridge the inequality, to bridge the gap, to make sure it's a fair playing field for every player. What we want to do at the end of the day is to have more economic inclusion, and obviously to bring women up to that space where they can also compete. Now, why women in tech also? As a bank, as you may know, we've been in Zambia for 115 years. We're the oldest bank in the country. What that means is that we have seen the country transition from many, many different spaces. Our first branch was in Kalomo. I wish I had a picture, I'd have pulled it up here. And now we're talking about a new building we're sitting in right now. But highly tech-driven building. What am I trying to say? Times change. So the way businesses were done 2 years ago is not how we can do businesses now. Standard Chartered is a big digital driver. We lead the way in the digital space. Our own business relies a lot on technology, as you know. one of the very simple things that we do, I call them simple, is that because they make your life simple as customers, is we have a banking app that you can literally bank end to end. It's your in the palm digital bank. So what that bank has done, what that app has done, that technology has done, is it has given the bank the ability to be in places it cannot be physically. You understand? We don't need a physical building to be there, but we can still deliver the service in a place like that. So we may not be in Mukushi, for example, but somebody can access the service, and that is the power of technology. So what can technology do for a Zambian business right now to take it to the next level? And that's what Women in Tech is meant to do. It's meant to take your business, to grow your business. If it is a tech business, how can we grow it even more? If it isn't a tech business, how can technology help you grow your business? So I won't go into more matter that, as you can tell, I could go on about Women in Tech, extremely passionate about it. But what I would do is maybe leave that for the questions to come, as Momo is going to take us through all of it. As Standard Chartered Bank would like to wish all the applicants the very best. We will run this program again next year. It will be an annual program. So this is our first one. We're very excited as Zambia, and we'd like to wish everyone the very best. And we look forward to seeing some of the people online today. And let's see how that goes for the next couple of months. Thanks, Radia.
Thank you so much, Kimberly, for that very comprehensive explanation of why Standard Chartered is really interested in women in technology and why you're championing this program. I'm so excited for everybody that's going to apply. You'll not only be pioneers in Zambia, but in Southern Africa. And I think that's a really exciting thing to be a part of. Like I mentioned earlier, Momo will explain to us, I think a few questions have been raised. People are trying to find out how long will this program take, who's eligible, what are some of the things I can expect to do if I apply and I am accepted. And so I would like to invite Momo once again to just give a quick overview of what the Women in Tech Incubator Program will be like. Momo?
Thank you so much, Radia. So just to give a short background again about the actual program, not to take away from anything that was said previously. So Standard Chartered Women in Technology Incubator Program is Africa's leading incubator program for female-run and founded businesses. And it aligns with the calls for more diversity and technology entrepreneurship, and for more opportunities for women to develop their entrepreneurship and leadership skills. And as you heard before from Kiembe, it actually speaks to the bank's sustainability and community engagement strategy and focuses on innovation and infrastructure and technology. Now, to give you a bit of a summary on how the program will run, we will be having a 10-week recruitment and selection period, where we'll be targeting between 80 to 100 applicants from Lusaka. There'll be only 10 successful applicants that will take part in the incubation process. Applications will only be done online on our website, on the program website, which we will put up on the screen a bit later on. So after the selection process, so the recruitment is going to be about 8 weeks, and then 2 weeks for us to just sort through the applications and come up with the top 10, and which will be announced, I think somewhere in February, mid-February. So the 10 successful applicants will go through an incubation period of 3 months. This will entail incubation sessions. So female participants will be taken through various models to help support their businesses, mentoring and coaching, prototype design or improvement of the existing technology within the businesses. And they'll also have the opportunity to be trained on how to pitch their businesses. So after this 3-month period, there'll then be a demo day and an award ceremony. So the demo day is basically the women, the 10 applicants pitching their businesses to a panel of judges, who will then judge and award the top 5 businesses to go through to the acceleration phase of the program. So there'll be 1 day for demo day, and then there'll be 1 day to award the top 5 businesses. And the award will be in the form of $10,000 equity-free seed funding for the businesses to help them go through the digitization process and or digital adoption process in their businesses. Then after that, there'll be a 5-month acceleration, or we could also say post-incubation support. This will be very specialized and very targeted to the different issues that each business faces individually. And this will be ongoing support for 5 months. Yeah, so who is eligible for this program? Okay, so I'll take you through all the different criteria. The first one is that you need to be a female founder or co-founder over 18 years of age, and you should be of Zambian nationality. If you are a co-founder, you should have at least equal or majority stake in the business. Your business should be based and operating in Lusaka, Zambia. And this is just for this year. As Kimbe mentioned, the program will run next year and other years from now, but we're just, because this is a pilot, we're starting with Lusaka. And then, so your business must be based and operating in Lusaka to make it easier for you to also attend the sessions. Okay, so your business should be tech-based or tech-enabled, or if you currently are not using any technology to grow your business, you should be able to articulate a clear need for technology to help your business grow. And this will be one of the criteria actually that will be in the application form. You'll be required to explain why you feel you need technology to grow your business. So your business should be in operation for between 1 to 3 years. And obviously it should be registered as well. So businesses that are applying for this program could be seeking for customer support, customer development, product development, or business model development. So a maximum of 2 members, preferably founders or people that are higher in the business, must be able to attend the incubation program from March to May 2021. We'll give you specific dates in the upcoming slides. And the top 5 winners must be able to attend the acceleration program from July to November 2021. Okay, so to apply, you should visit our website, the program website at www.standardcharteredwomenintech.co.zm. Applications will be open on the 7th of December, which is in about 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But right now, what you can do is that you can register on the website with your details so that you can receive a personalized email or notification when the application is open. So don't wait until 7th of December for the application form. Please go to the website now and register your interest, and you'll be updated on the status of the application form. Okay, so the key program dates. So as I mentioned, applications will open on the 7th of December, and they will close after 8 weeks on the 31st of January 2021. We will shortlist the applications between the 1st and 15th of February, and we'll announce the top 10 applicants on the 16th of February 2021. The incubation phase will start on the 24th of March to the 20th of June 2021. Demo day will be on the 24th of June. The award ceremony, where we'll award the top 5 applicants, will take place on the 30th of June. And finally, the post-incubation support will run from the 12th to the 3rd of November. So you're on mute, Radia.
It's Zoom. Somebody is always on mute. I think it's not an online meeting if one person is not on mute. All right. Thank you so much, Momo. That was very informative. I hope people are getting geared to apply, because I think there's so much to stand to gain from this program, apart from the $10,000 seed funding you get actual support, which I think is what most of our startups need. I think sometimes you need somebody who's been in the business or somebody or an expert to guide you through some of the teething issues that enterprises go through, or when you're trying to start up, what somebody to guide you through some of the questions that you have. Okay, we have a few questions. But before we get to those, I think you have spoken at length about what people can expect and who's eligible, but I will ask again, and any of you are free to take these questions. So people might want to find out who is funding the Women in Tech Incubator Program in Zambia. Where is this $10,000 that you're giving away coming from? Momo? Oh, Kimbe, there you go.
No problem, I can take it. I guess I could take it. Standard Chartered Bank is funding the program. As I mentioned earlier, whilst our staff will probably support the program with their expertise, our expertise obviously is finance. So Standard Chartered Bank will be financing the program, and Bonga Hive will be our implementing partner.
All right, thank you.
Did I just answer the second question?
Yes, you answered the second question. You answered the second question. Thank you so much. So how long is the program? I think Momo
Okay.
did speak about it, but you can go ahead and tell us again, how long can somebody who's applying expect to be in this program?
Okay, so we will be working on the program. We're actually working on the program from now, right? But the actual program will run for a whole year, but the actual work that the startups would need to do starts in March and ends in November. So yeah, it's about 8 months, 8 to 9 months that you can expect to be in the program.
Okay, cool. So this has to be for someone who's really committed. You have to set time aside and be sure that this is something that you really want, because it requires a level of dedication and time. What are the benefits of applying for the Women in Tech program? I think aside from the $10,000, everybody has heard there's a $10,000 prize. I think I'd like you to highlight what the other benefits are of the Women in Tech Incubator program.
Okay. So some of the benefits include, so basically the businesses will have about 3-month learning experience on how to operate their businesses better. And they'll have targeted and personal mentorship and coaching from experts in the entrepreneurial ecosystem. They'll have access to legal, finance, accounting, and technology support, which is really, really important for especially startups. And they'll have access to networking opportunities. They'll have access to the Global Women in Tech alumni. They'll have access to the Bongo Hive community as well, and also just industry experts. Another benefit, of course, is the 10,000 equity-free grant seed funding but this is, yeah, of course, limited to the top 5. But I think all 10 businesses that will take part in the program will definitely benefit a lot from all the different types of support that will be provided in the business. And also 5-month ongoing support, one-on-one support for the top finalists as well. They'll also continue to receive coaching. They'll continue to receive mentoring. They'll be assisted with on how to take their business to the market, getting to know their customers better, running their business better. And finally, of course, you'll be able to join the different alumni networks that I mentioned, the Bongo Hive network and the Standard Chartered Women in Tech network. So you'll have access to a lot of people to support you even after the program with your business. Yeah, these are just some of the benefits, and you need to join and win to be able to find out what the others are.
What the other benefits are. I particularly like that you're part of an alumni. So you're not just getting information from experts, you're not just getting information from somebody who's teaching you these things, but you will have peer-to-peer discussions with people that have actually gone through this program, people that have gone through the same things that you have, and you get to hear practical examples of what you need to do, how it actually is on the ground. I think for me, that's one of the most exciting benefits, apart from the $10,000 prize. I think the networking bit is a really good benefit of the program. So who is eligible to apply? Right? I think this is one of the most frequently asked questions. People want to know, what do I need to be part of this program? Before I even go to the website and register, am I actually eligible?
Yeah, so Radia, I'll put a twist on that question just because I went through all the different points earlier, and we can also put that up on the slides, maybe even at the end of the program. But I'd like to go through some of the skills that they'll actually get. So in addition to all those benefits that I mentioned, there are some specific skills that these businesses that are participating in this program will have. And there's about 9 hard skills that are also listed on the website, and you can go check out. But you'll also receive support. You'll get skills in prototyping your business or your service or your product that you're going to be working on throughout the incubation and the acceleration phase of the business, of the program. You're going to get skills on how to pitch to investors. So you'll be supported on how to become investment ready, on how to fundraise money for your business, on how to structure deals for your business. You're also going to get help on how to better design your product or your service, on how to validate your customers for your business as well, and how to discover who your actual customers are. So you're actually going to go, do some market research and not just assume who your customers are. You're also going to get skills on how to develop your business model as well, to understand your business model, maybe change it a little as well throughout the program if you feel that the business model is not working. You'll also get support on how to, what is the best financial model for your business and how to better manage your business as well. You'll get sales and marketing skills, and finally, legal skills as well. So you'll get some legal support. You'll get some support on intellectual property, that's, if your business does need it, and also just how to better structure your business. So a lot of these skills and a lot of this support will be, for all the businesses, but we are also, I'd like to emphasize that each business is unique, and we do take that into consideration in the program. So you will also be attended to, for the different and unique challenges that your business is facing.
I particularly, I think out of all the benefits that you listed, one that also resonates with me is, I think, teaching these businesses or the women that will apply to, how to raise your own money and not remain dependent on grants. Yes, you get this seed funding, but going forward, how are you going to utilize this money properly? But also then, how are you going to find follow-up money, right? I think that's a really, really important skill to learn. Thank you so much. So you've answered all these questions. You say, okay, we'll put up a slide towards the end, just showing who's eligible to apply. What I'm going to go into next is open the session up for questions and answers. And the first question that I received, again, goes back to who's eligible. Somebody asks, I live in the UK, but I was born and raised in Zambia, and I travel between the two countries, but my business is for Zambia, then wider Africa from year 2 onwards. Would I still be able to access this support? My business is education-based and functions mostly tech. So is this person eligible to apply for this program?
Radia, could you please repeat that? That was a lot of information to take in. Is the business based? So I know she's in between Lusaka and the UK. Is the business based in Zambia? Is it registered in Zambia?
I think I would need, so the person that this is an anonymous attendee, so I'm not sure who asked the question, but if you could clarify if your business is registered in Zambia, I think that's a fundamental piece of this question. All they said is they live in the UK, but they were born and raised in Zambia, and they travel between the two countries. But their business is for Zambia, so there's no specification whether it's registered in Zambia. I think maybe your answer there would be if it's registered in Zambia, is it then they can apply, right?
Yes, registered in Zambia, they can apply. If they also have Zambian nationality as well, also apply. So we are already, looking at working with Lusaka-based businesses right now, just for the ease, of the program, because it's also in pilot phase. But to answer the question, Radia, you are right. If they have Zambian nationality and if the business is registered in Zambia, then they're welcome to apply.
All right. Somebody then asks, oh, thank you, Momo. Somebody then asks, is the program free?
Kimberly, I think you can take that one.
The program free.
Sorry, I was on mute. Momo, just on that question for the person who's out of the country, I mean, I'll just maybe just want to think about how they would be at, well, I know we're doing a hybrid session around our mentorship and our coaching. I guess this is something they would need to work around, right? Should they qualify? Because hybrid is we would have a physical and virtual training. Yeah. Just something to think about as people are considering this. So yeah, no, the program's absolutely free. There's no entry for it. You don't have to pay any money for it. It is, so Standard Chartered is, this is one of our ways of giving back to our communities. Like I said, we've been around for a very, very long time, and we've got different community programs that speak to that, right? And none of those, we don't charge for any of that. It is part of our community engagement. It's part of our commitment to Zambia. It is part of us living up to our brand promise, which is here for good in the literal sense, here for good, in that we're doing good for our community, but here for good in that we're not going anywhere. And so yeah, it's absolutely free.
Great, thank you, Kiambe. Somebody also wants to find out, does this mean the business can be at idea stage? If somebody has a business at idea stage, can they apply for this program or not?
Unfortunately not. As I mentioned in the eligibility section, the business needs to have been running between 1 to 3 years. But I'll just give you a tip. If your business is at idea stage, Bongo Hive does run other programs that does support startups, and you would be best placed in the Discover program at Bongo Hive. So you can visit the website and check out when the next Discover program will be taking place. But for this Women in Tech program, we're focusing on businesses that are already running and have, or even in operation for 1 to 3 years.
All right, great. I think one more question is that somebody says they did an initial registration, but they have not yet received a personalized email. Is there a time frame when these emails will come? When should people start expecting the personalized email? I know you mentioned it earlier, but just to refresh our memory.
Yes, so the reason why you haven't received the personalized email is because the application forms are not yet available online. So applications will be online, will be live on the program website on the 7th of December. So on the 7th of December, we will be sending out those personalized emails and notifications notifying you that the application form is live and you'll be able to apply. So just hold on tight. In just a few weeks' time, you'll receive that email.
All right. I'm not sure if we have any questions from Facebook. These were the questions that people asked. Do people have, for those of us that are joining us on Zoom, do you have any follow-up questions? Is there anything that has not been cleared up? We are here to address any questions, any queries that you might have about this program. I think we would like as many people as possible to apply for this program. It's such a great opportunity. Oh, we have one question here. Do you have an idea of the times the applicants will be required to be at Bongo Hive? Will women who have full-time jobs be able to participate? I'll read that again. Do you have any idea of the times the applicants will be, so I'm assuming these are successful applicants. Remember, it's an application process. So what times will these people be required to be at Bongo Hive, and will women who have full-time jobs be able to participate?
Okay, so for the first part of the question, when would businesses be required to be at Bongo Hive? So at the moment, right, we've designed the program to be a hybrid program with most of the modules and the courses being taught online. And the only time you'll be required to share a physical space is when you're pitching for your business during demo day and during the award ceremony. So that's how it is right now at this moment with the current coronavirus situation. Next year, we don't know what will happen. So we'll inform, how things will change next year. But for now, most of your sessions will be online. So you will require to take place online. We will provide, data for your internet for you to be able to take part in the program. But you will, you won't be expected to be in any physical space during the training sessions, at least for now. So just watch out. If you're successful, for the application, you will get more information on that at a later stage. Just remind me on the second question again, Radia.
So I think it's almost the same questions. Will women who have full-time jobs be able to participate? I think you answered that, but
yeah, actually, that's a very good question, because that is one of the barriers that came up during our Insight Formation session. The fact that women have full-time jobs, not only in the workplace, with your 9 to 5 or your 8 to 5, but also, once you get home as well, you've got, for married women at least, you've got your kids to take care of, your husband, the home to take care of. So we definitely have noted that down, and we've definitely taken that into consideration when designing the program. So yes, also, again, it also depends on the type of job as well, but the program will be designed in such a way that it'll be a bit flexible for people to be able to join and get the necessary support that they need.
Awesome. Okay, the questions seem to be rolling in, and this excites me. There's somebody that's asking, I am in informal employment and I would like to be part of the program. Is it possible? So this person is in informal employment and would like to be part of the program. Are they eligible to apply?
Yes, as long as you meet, I mean, I don't understand what the question is asking exactly, but as long as you meet the eligibility criteria, yes, you're welcome to apply, whether you're in formal employment or informal employment. But if you mean that your business is not registered, then yes, that will be a bit of an issue. But if your business is registered, doesn't matter, in what type of employment you're in, you are eligible to apply and apply for the program. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. We have another question here. This should have been addressed earlier, but somebody's asking, my business is in the first year of operation. We are getting ready to take our product to market. Does that qualify us?
That's a very interesting one. So you've been in operation for a year and you're getting ready to take your business to the market. A lot of the training and the courses in the program will actually help to support to take your business to the market. So I believe you are eligible to apply as long as your business has been running for at least a year, and you can clearly as well articulate why you need the support to leverage technology in your business. Yes, you should be eligible to apply.
All right, awesome. That should have been our last question, unless there are questions from the audience that have not been addressed. I see a question on who's eligible, what's the criteria. I've just put the slide up. just put the slide up that describes or that highlights what you need or what the criteria is. So it should be a Zambian female founder or co-founder. Your business should have a Zambian female founder or co-founder over 18 years of age. Your business should have a female should own equal or majority stake in the business. You should be based and operating in Lusaka, Zambia. Your business should be tech-based or has a clear need for tech to grow your business. Remember, that's the type of support that we're offering. And also, your business should have been in operation for 1 to 3 years, right? Your business should be seeking support for customer, product, and business model development. And I think this is where Momo said you should clearly articulate where you need the support. Your business should also have a max of 2 members, preferably founders, and you must be able to attend. So we have questions of people, I'm in full employment, or I'm doing this and I'm doing that. You should be able to attend the incubation program from March to May, not only for the program itself, but also so that you get the full value of what it is that is being offered, right? And then the top 5 winners should be able to attend the acceleration program from July to November 2021. So even as you're applying, these are some of the things that you should take into consideration. Do you have enough time? Are you going to be committed enough to get the full value of the program? Momo and Kiembe, we have, I think, one last question.
Maria, before you go into the next question, I do just want to say something on the attendance. So, you know, if you are successful, right, we will publish the dates on when the programs will be, on when you'll have to attend training. So you'll know in advance and you can work around that if you're working, if you have a full job. In addition, the reason why we're saying that at least 2 members should attend is because we do know that, you know, life happens, right? So if 2 members attend and if 2 members are at that high level in the organization, then if 1 member cannot attend for a particular session, then the other member can attend. But that shouldn't mean that you guys are interchanging, you know, because at the end of the day, both of you also need to understand what is being taught. And you need to also be there as well and really just soaking up that knowledge rather than hearing it from, you know, your partner. So please do think about that. We will publish the dates of the sessions before the program, so you'll be aware and you'll be able to prepare for that. And also just make sure that you have someone else to attend with you as well, just so that you are getting all the information that you need to be able to successfully also just get past, you know, the incubation phase and be part of the top 5 in the acceleration phase.
All right, thank you for clearing that up beautifully. We have questions rolling in. Somebody, I think this is Zoe. Zoe is asking, I need more clarity on the nature of the business. Does it have to fully be an income generating initiative? If it takes the form of an academy or an initiative to teach girls and women to program, does it qualify for entry in the program? Should I read that again? I think it's a 2-part question, right? She needs a little more clarity on the nature of the business that is eligible to apply. Does it have to be a fully income generating initiative? I think because then her business, or she's then asking if it takes the form of an academy or if it's an initiative to teach girls and women to program, does it qualify for entry into the program?
I'm sorry, Rada, you'll have to repeat the first part because I think you froze on my side. But on the second part, yes, if your business is based on teaching girls to learn how to code, right? Yeah, that is a business in tech. You just need to clearly articulate why you need technology, or if you already have technology within your business, you have to articulate what type of support you need. So yes, that does. Just repeat for me the first part of the question.
So the first part of the question is she needs clarity on what kind of business can apply. So I think here she's saying, does it have to be a fully income generating initiative? Can it be, I'm just assuming here, can it be an NGO? Can it be something that doesn't necessarily make any money? Are those type of businesses, I don't know if it is a business, if it doesn't generate income, but are those initiatives allowed to apply for this program?
That is a very good question. And I will say on that one, I think you'd have to wait for us on that specific question. For example, if you're an NGO, like, can you apply to, to get funding? I would say you'd have to wait for the application form, and so please do register your interest, and we will definitely clarify that in the application form. But I think just off the top of my mind right now, I would say that it does need to be income generating. You don't have to already be making money right now, but it will have to be, I don't think it can be an NGO, but thank you for that question, and it will be clarified in the application form. So please do make sure that you register. And I mean, if you could also send an email to info@SC Women in Tech, and it'll be shown after, and you can just send a personalized email and I'll respond to that personally. But thank you so much for that question.
Awesome, thank you, Momo. I have two very interesting questions. Actually three. So somebody, Mwinga, is trying to find out, should businesses expect to give part of their business to the investor?
No, I mean, that is up to you, really. We don't make that decision for you, right? If you're part of the top 5 and you win the $10,000, it's of course we are going to, make sure that you're using it for the purpose that it is, for the purpose that it's given to you to be able to adapt or, go through the whole digital transformation process. But we can't tell you whether or not you should accept, your equity from an investor. That is completely up to you. Yeah, and that is an interesting question. That is really up to you if you want to do that. Thank you.
And maybe the investor in this case, Mwinga, you'd have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the investor in this case should be the implementing partner and Standard Chartered. Are we expected to give part of the business if they win the $10,000? And then, do we have a stake in their company?
No, not at all. No.
I think maybe just clarify that a bit.
Yes, there's no Bongo Hive will not have a stake in your business. Standard Chartered either. We're just there to really just support you through the whole process, but we will not be requiring a stake in your business. So yeah, so it's non-equity.
It's a very interesting question. No. No. We just to reiterate that we will not have any stake in your business. We are not investors. We're not angel investors. We're literally just empowering you to grow your business, and it is part of our way to give back to our community. So no, we're not going to have a stake in your business. Although I'd be very interested to see your business so I can be your customer. So no, we're not going to have a stake in your business. Just saying that from the bank perspective as well.
Okay, I think that was important to clear up. Somebody asked then, what happens in the case that the other member is male? What happens in the case that I think you mentioned the 2 founders, right? What happens if the other founder is male? That's very interesting.
Yeah, so if the other founder is male, again, Radia, maybe you could go back to the eligibility slide. We say if the other founder is male, the female founder or co-founder, so that means that in that case, the female will be a co-founder. She needs to have equal or majority stake in the business. So it either needs to be a 50-50 split in the business, or the woman needs to have more. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, I was on mute. I have a very difficult question. I'm not sure I understand it, but Bessie wants to find out, She says, I own equal stake in a business that owns 60% stake in a tech business. Can I apply? Right? I own equal stake in a business that owns 60% stake in a tech business. Can I apply?
Oh, that is a very interesting question. So,
what's her shareholding in the
60%.
Yeah, I think one of the questions I would ask is, firstly, which business is entering the program? That's the first question, right? I think that's where I would start from. Is it the tech business? Is it the business in which you own 50% stake in? You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can then start the qualifying criteria from there, because which business is it? And in the 60% stake in the tech business, if that's the one you're entering, it clearly means you don't have the majority stake in that 60% of that business. You know what I mean? It's a bit complicated, but maybe my first question would be, which business is entering? And the fact that you have 50% stake, it's not necessarily majority stake, right? Malmo, just from our qualifying criteria.
Yeah, so again, I think
At least that's how I would look at it.
Yes. And to add to that, the fact that you have 60% stake in that business, it would have to be the tech business, the founders or the owners of the tech business, which would have to be the ones to apply for the program. And the founders and the owners of that tech business would have to be female, or if they're co-founders that have founded that business that you're talking about, the tech business, then the female would have to have majority stake in that business. So you are not necessarily, right, the deciding factor. Like Kembe said, we'd have to know which business is applying. It has to be the tech business that's applying, and the founders or co-founders of that business need to be female.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, thank you for clarifying that. It threw me for a loop. I wasn't sure how to, yeah. There's one last question. I think we're almost out of time. This is 3:33, rather 3:33. Somebody wants to know what happens after the program. What happens after the program? I don't know if it's after the entire timeline. But maybe you could just run through what happens during the program and a little after. Yeah, somebody would like to know.
Radia, just before we go to that question, and you may have to repeat that for me. So in terms of the ownership of the business, again, just to clarify, because there seems to be a lot of questions around that. So if there's more than 2 founders in the business, right? So let's say there are 4 founders in the business. All the female founders in the business put together, it can apply, right? If all the female founders put together have a majority stake in the business, the business can apply for the program as well. So again, I'll repeat, if a business has more than 2 founders, right? Then all the women founders or owners in the business that should have a majority stake in the business, and they can then apply for the program. So that's also just an additional level to that question. And I hope it's clear as well.
Yeah, that's an interesting bit. I like that bit. And I think that should be shared a lot more, or should be made clear. I think it's important that people know that that's an option as well. Yeah. That was our last question. There's a question that says, any rules, regulations, or restrictions? I'm not sure in terms, maybe you'd like to clarify, Mwenga, what do you mean rules and regulations or restrictions in terms of application or in terms of being part of the program? If you could just clarify that question a little bit. Or are you able to answer it from a very general perspective, Momo and Kiembe? Are there any rules, regulations, or restrictions?
I mean, obviously, I think there will be some posted on the website, and obviously in the beginning when Malmo gives, as the implementing partner, what they expect in terms of delivery. But if I would come from the perspective of Standard Chartered Bank, I don't think I would call it rules, but maybe just an admonition to the people who will be applying and the people who will qualify. Is obviously to take this seriously. It is not a workshop. It is not a meeting. That's just, sorry, let me just come on video. I hope I can be seen there. So I'm thinking one of the things that we have observed in other markets and have now started to implement more stringently is for the applicants and the women in the program, the cohorts, to understand it's really a serious thing. It could change your business. For those who did not watch the launch, we had somebody who has benefited from the program from Nigeria, and she was giving her insight in that. So take it very seriously is my admonition. It is not a workshop. It is not a ladies' meeting. It is for you to literally change your life, eventually change more young people's lives, and eventually also go on to, let's say, maybe someone from your business will come up and have another business, and they'll be in the next Women in Tech business. We want to build a very sustainable alumni team. So just take it very seriously, and just be ready to be called on, because being the first cohort, we'll probably call on you guys quite a bit when we go on to the next one. So for you to be available, for you to be a beacon to the next team that will come. So not rules from me really, but so much, sorry, just take that back, my bad. So just for me to, I was trying to actually stop the camera. So for me to just say, it's an admonition to everybody to just have you be, take this very seriously. We would want for it to really change lives for real, as opposed to it just being a program that came and went. We want it to be sustainable. On the rules side, I don't want to call them rules. Maybe I will call them guidelines, just so it sounds better for business. I'll call them guidelines, and I'm sure those will be found on the website. But Malmo, if there are any that you'd like to just talk about very quickly, please go ahead.
So they will be put up on the website, and if you are also successful, you will get them as well. But just right now, I would like to say that you have to attend all the training sessions, and during the training sessions, during the modules, the classes, you will be given assignments that need to be done as well. In between the training sessions, you will be asked to maybe go out and do some market research, or go out and do some type of assignment, go out on a field visit to test your product or your service on people. So all those things will be required of you. If you're successful, you'll get all that information before the program starts. So you just have to make sure that you're able to fully participate in the program. If you do not fully participate in the program, you do risk of being asked to leave the program, which will be very unfortunate for someone else that may have also qualified for the program, but also didn't, get in. And also, there is $10,000 here at stake. So just think about that before you think about maybe not being 100% committed. So I think the one rule or guideline, as I'd say, is 100% commitment to the program, and the others will follow. You'll get a bit more information once the program before the program starts.
Okay, thank you so much. Oh, go ahead, Kimberly.
People understand this. Sorry, is that it is actually $10,000 each. So it's not $10,000 being split on the 5 winners. It's $10,000 each for each business that makes it through to the incubation and eventually the.
Yeah, I think that was an important point to clarify. Yeah, I think maybe people then get how serious this program actually is. I would like to thank everybody. Oh, there was one last question, which I think Kiembe actually addressed. Somebody was asking what happens after the program, and she did say, since this is the first in Zambia and in Southern Africa, you will be called upon quite a lot, because you are a pioneer. Remember, you're not just in this for yourself, but you're also you'll be somebody that everybody now will be looking up to and asking for, asking questions. How did you find this? How can I get into this? So you will be required as and when it's necessary to be the poster child for this program. But also Kembe and Momo mentioned that you will be part of the Bongo High program alumni, as well as the Women in Tech previous cohorts alumni. So you should expect to be part of a larger network of people that have gone through the same things that you have. So that's what you should expect after the program. So I think I will close the Q&A session because we have gone a few minutes, not even a few minutes, quite a bit over time. I would like to thank every one of you for joining us this afternoon. Please remember to go to the website to pre-register so you can receive your personalized email when the applications open. And if there's anything that hasn't been answered in this session, please feel free to visit the website. All the information will be on it. So that's the website there. Let me just show you. Yeah, so that's the website. That's where you should go. Or if you have questions that you want to email, that's the email you should send it to. George, could you please also share this email in the chat function as well as the comment section so people can copy and paste if they would like to ask questions. Otherwise, Momo and Kiembe, thank you so much. This has been an informative, so even for myself, I have learned things that I didn't know I needed to know, and I hope everybody has gained as much insight as I have, and we hope to be seeing all of you in the applications. Momo and Kiembe, do you have any last words before we close off?
For me, just to say, as serious as we must be sounding today, we are so excited. I'm so excited about this program. I think maybe just firstly being a woman myself, from a personal level, but also just as a bank, we're just glad to be doing the next thing that I think will be a game changer in the Zambian space. And I'm excited to be a part of it. We're excited to be a part of it as Zambia. So all the best to everybody. Chins up, heads up, shoulders up, and let's go for this, ladies.
Thank you, Kiembe.
Thank you so much for everyone that participated. Thank you so much for all the well thought out questions that also challenged us. We're going back with all these questions, and these questions also help us to better design the program, right? And as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm really happy to see. I'm excited and really anticipating, right, a ripple effect in this program. So I'd like this program to impact all the 10 businesses that are going to be part of the incubation phase, the top 5 that are going to be part of the acceleration program. But I hope that these businesses that take part in the program also impact all the women, within Lusaka, outside of Lusaka, and just around the world. So that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I hope for the program. So all the best, and tell your friends to tell their friends, whoever you feel may benefit from this program, in case they haven't heard it. Share the program. We've posted the hashtags in the chat. We've also shared them in the presentation. This presentation will also be available on Facebook. So share it on your pages, share it with your friends, your colleagues. And once again, thank you so much for making the time to be here with us and ask us all those interesting questions. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much to everybody. I wish you a good rest of the week, and we might have another info session, I think, after applications have opened somewhere in the middle of January. Momo? Yeah, we might have another info session then. So if something wasn't clear or you'd like to invite your friends, please let them know. Thank you so much, and we'll be seeing you soon. Bye.